always like dirty because they're always walking around in poop and stuff like that.
Right. Inferior animal compared to cats and dogs.
Oh yeah.
It's big shot. Throwing at the
it's
bunnies.
Lower maintenance though. I'm a lazy guy, and bunnies seem like a nice and lazy animal.
Cats,
really?
or sorry, bunny poops like, and you gotta clean up the poop, right? The cats, they poop in a spot, right?
That's true. They're pretty, you know. Man, dude, this guy has all the expensive cosmetics. That bow is a super. Oh no, that's the immortal. But the butterfly face or whatever, that's the expensive Mirana thing. That thing's like $300 or something.
The butterfly what? Oh, I see.
Face masquerade.
It's a gift from somebody. Sorry, there's a fight breaking out mid. I probably should look at that. All right, looks like both the 4-position players are.
There's no fight.
Taking a hit a bit.
Bait,
also,
bait.
Have you seen Inflame's new cosmetic? Oh, I don't think it was new. I think he had it on Monday. I don't know how this is, but there's like an Aegis just walking.
Oh, that's the sunken relic thing. It was you get it from that Slark ball, the drop thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And is it? I've noticed that he has it on his player all the time.
Yeah, that's the deal.
So
it's like a global.
You just have it on you.
I'm surprised it's still working.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. I wonder how many.
I can't believe we get to keep that, but we don't get to keep the chat wheel.
You know what they should get? Like TI Champion should get a cosmetic permanently.
Oh, man.
That would be the real motivators to win a TI. You know, not the money.
You get to say, look at my name on the Aegis. You get to say that.
No, but if you have that cosmetic and you're in a pub game, like nobody be messing with you. You know, you're TI champ.
True facts.
All right, we in the game.
This game, though, we do not have any TI champs. Wait, yeah, no, we don't. Wait, yeah, no, we don't.
Just making sure. There is no TI.
Well, we have DDC, and DDC always tricks me out, but he's just a full TI veteran.
Wasn't he in the TI4 Grand Finals in the losing team?
Yeah, he was.
I'm not 100% on that, but ooh, okay, Inflame, microing a little bit, taking the boar to a wild ride. Is he pulling his wave for the mid player? Is he that sacrificial? No. There's no way, right?
He's not that sacrificial. Against the Sand King, you cannot afford to be that sacrificial, because the boars are very effective in a 1v1 lane.
Here's the thing, why would you do that pull, though, if it's a 1v1? Don't you want your creep wave? Now it's doubled up against him.
I mean, it's possible that he was just expecting rotations. Like, right now the tri-lane up on top isn't getting very much done, and LFY have brought the Night Stalker here, but originally it was just CK and Dazzle. They were waiting to feel out the lane, and now Bobica has left, but if Bobica was around in the bot lane, then Beastmaster would have had to play very safe, so I understand why he would go for something defensive like this. Now he's gonna have a huge wave, which is gonna attack him a lot.
Yeah, now it's not working well. Nice body block here coming out from XSS. Although,
but the board drew aggro.
Not anymore right now. He might actually die to a second Burrow Strike. One more Caustic Finality being applied. Gonna say not really working out. A couple more hits applied. This is why you don't double wave against yourself. Meanwhile, Bobica able to set up a kill on the top lane here. Or rather in the mid lane, excuse me. Sorry for missing that one.
That's not for the likes of you.
Yeah, it was that's just classic Bobica things. It's not like Necro is, as we've said time and time again, a relatively slow hero, and every single time I see a Necro and he doesn't have a stick, then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay, that's how he died.
No. XSS sitting very comfortably under the tower, between towers. And he's coming here, giving him a couple more right click. Burrow Strike coming through. There's a row in. And this is reason number 2 why you don't double a wave. That wave still be here and kill you again.
Yeah, but Beastmaster's level 3. It's not that bad.
It's a 1v1 matchup. He's down full level. What do you mean it's not that bad? It's terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, he's died twice. That's why. As now in the top lane. This combination's pretty irritating to have to go up against. It's not as easy to pull off as some other Dazzle combinations, but ever since Rift Max has become popular, it's just so much burst damage between the minus armor of the Rift and the burst heal that whenever you toss in a third hero like Night Stalker, who's pretty fast, especially when you go boots first on Afu here, then you can easily give another target, and you don't even need a creep wave. You can heal bomb on the go.
Well, the nice thing is that the Rift brings you back closer, so there might be a creep wave there, right? So it just makes it that much even easier to get the full damage of the creep wave. Or the heal bomb.
Right.
So, good stuff there. OP eating quite a bit of harass. But looks like we're going to see a little bit of regen coming up.
Top. Oh, they want this.
Oh, they're going to get the arrow as well, and Star Storm. And that is +2 on Q. Back in the mid lane.
Not bad.
OP. Walking it off. There's going to be one more heal, and looks like Super is gonna... Oh, the regen pop though. Oh, even gets a value Crypt Swarm? Man. Alright, mid lane won. Even more so.
Yeah, it's nighttime now though. Night Stalker's only level 2, so he only has 1 point in Void and no points in Crippling Fear. So if they try to go on this DP, she's actually out of Siphon charges. So now would be a good time, but Bobica is in the vicinity.
Yeah, both the wards saw the 4 position player on the other side, and they're like, okay, well, let's not go here.
Night Stalker still wants something though. Can't see Bobica anymore. I think they're waiting for Radiant to go aggressive. Night Stalker's waiting for a roll in. That's why he's like telling Super to play dumb.
Super is playing really dumb right now. He's got the big magic stick. He doesn't have level 6 just yet, which I'm pretty sure they would really have committed for the kill if they had it. Ward gets dropped, unfortunately on the wrong side. No, they will see it, but it's gonna time out. Feels bad.
Oh, and they don't even get it. Oh, he gets eaten.
Okay.
Alright.
Thanks for the regen.
Night Stalker can see it on the high ground, but...
Super could even deny this ward later if he wants a little bit of a sadist regen. There you go.
I don't think wards give you regen.
Yes, they do. Wards, building, anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
There you go.
Is
Mechanics.
the play to have a Veno Necro lane, and then you just deny play wards all day?
Sure. That might be too next level.
Which I'm really happy that we haven't been seeing very much Veno recently. In fact, the times that we have seen it, it hasn't been very successful throughout this qualifier.
Except when the one time that Team Braveheart ran it. That didn't do anything.
Yes. Oh, mid lane. OP. Yeah, he does not care.
This is like the most obnoxious lane. Both teams are healing and hurting each other. Nobody cares on the mid lane.
OP wants to push it. He leveled Exorcism at 6, and you don't do that, especially against a Necro, unless you want to take his tower. But Necro's not interested in leaving. He's about to pick an Arcane Rune, which means... Oh.
Nice row in here, and I do believe Night Stalker's gonna die unless he's gonna fly over. Great silence in the very last second. Bobica on point right now. 2-0 and 2.
What was that you were saying? What was that you were saying about Afu? Afu versus Bobica? That match?
I mean, let's be real for a second. Night Stalker doesn't do nearly as much, right? Compared to Night Stalker early on. Or sorry, compared to Earth Spirit early on.
I don't know. It's subjective. It's dependent on what kind of team you have around it. And in their top lane, I would feel that Night Stalker should just sit there with his Dazzle and CK and then just constantly bully Mirana. Because Mirana's been doing a lot. She showed up mid to kill the Night Stalker. She's been landing these arrow follow-ups on Bobica's initiation, which they look like they want to go for another one on Monet, as Monet's going aggressive.
Or maybe he needs to go defensive. Nice silence on the Dazzle, so no heal just yet, but he should be able to get off. There's that Grave, and here comes Super. They can maybe turn it around, but no one's really low enough. Scythe, one more heal. I think that should be a kill. One more. Ooh, that should be it. Didn't get the extra damage, but the big regen's gonna be there, and he'll need all of that regen as XSS is in position here. Burrow Strike will hit, Starstorm's gonna be there as well, but oh, the regen! That left for Maj regen, pretty much, and now he just moves forward. Round 3. XSS stuck in the trees here. Burrow Strike's right in, but now gets looped back. XSS will go down, but OP on the left side will get the kill. Oh, what a soccer kick! Gets one, gets two. Monet now is on the run. And Monet's gonna be dead as well. He might not be pushing tower, but the Exorcism is gonna be getting some hero kills. Good stuff.
Yeah, XXS, that was very clearly communicated. Oh wow, there's
Yep.
Dazzle.
Give him the
Oh,
all
Boba's
chat.
with
Yo, give him the
Wow.
all chat, man.
Wow.
Alright, I take back what I said about Afu being the best foreign China.
Alright then, that's
Dude.
what I thought.
Look at him. He is involved in 7 out of the 8 kills that IG is in. Damn.
Bobuka Earth Spirit. Always respect it.
In fact, he would be in all of the kills had Inflame not feed the solo first blood to XSS. So you know.
That's true. Well, that's why Bobuka doesn't trust him anymore. He's just like, no, you're not going to use Exorcism to push mid. You're going to come up here and you're going to get kills. And he got kills, although the bot lane was abandoned, and as a result, Beastmaster was able to take it uncontested.
So I wonder what build we're gonna see out of the Beastmaster. Looks like we're gonna see that Solar Crest build that we see more and more nowadays. And I think this could be a good solo kill here on XSS. A Roar, Medallion, a couple more right clicks, a Silence, and a nuke from the Night Stalker. Should be enough. They're being very patient though.
I think they need 2 boars. I don't think he can do it himself, because he doesn't have any points in axes.
Did have detection is the other question. They have 1 sentry. Alright. Burrow Strike's gonna be there. They have Roar. There you go. A couple more right clicks. They got the sentry. Drop the sentry. And that
He has
should be
Burrow.
it. There you go. Beastmaster hits really hard.
Yeah, he does, especially with this, well, not primary inner beast, but 0 points in axes, which sometimes I'm not a fan of, because at least a value point in axes is occasionally worth it, because you have a lot of mana as Beastmaster. Your Hawk and your Boar cost 25 a pop, so in lane, sometimes you want to get the last hits with axes, but I guess in this melee 1v1, which is strange because, you know, melee 1v1 usually Caustic always wins, but
Right.
Beastmaster apparently did not need axes at all.
I think having the boars, especially against a melee hero, is pretty important, so
Yeah, that's
standard
true.
builds work here. Monet, though, gonna be in a lot of trouble. And that's gonna be another +2 unless the Dazzle TP's in time. No, the TP is slightly late. And I think Bobuka had the silence ready anyways, just to make sure. So, another +2 here for Q.
Yeah, and that means either 4 or 6 of it. I don't think all 6 is from CK, so I think
At least
4
4,
of that is from
yeah.
CK, yeah.
4 that we've seen at least. Beastmaster making the best out of a not so good situation, is shoving the wave in. I think he's gonna finish the solo crest and maybe go back for a blink, although he now has a headdress picked up, so maybe thinking about Vlad's.
Vlad's?
Yeah.
Yeah. The armor will be nice. Death Prophet seems like she wants to use her exorcism pretty much every single time it's off cooldown. After using it top, they used it mid, got that kill on CK, took the mid tier 1, and now are looking towards top, but Super's playing pretty defensively, and Radiant have a scan if they want to use it, but it's nighttime now, so...
Yeah, this
you
ward
really
over
gotta be
here
careful.
has seen 3 heroes that ran up top, so... It's like, yeah, I'm Necro, I'm gonna stay next to my tower, I have Ghost Shroud, I should be okay.
And Radiant do end up scanning. They spot out something on the right side, and it looks like it's a Night Stalker, but it is Darkness O'Clock, so they don't really have the best vision.
Darkness O'Clock, I like that.
That's what I like to call it.
Beastmaster has really caught up there. Despite giving up 2 kills to the Sand King, he's net worth-wise very similar to the Sand King. The thing about Sand King is that he really comes online now after the Blink Dagger. Whereas I think the Beastmaster, I think his effectiveness is not nearly as high right now, and won't be nearly as high until much later.
But he seems interested in pushing. Like, he's just constantly causing a focus. Bobuka rolling in.
Okay. Bobuka silence on top. No. Okay, there's a global, so they double silence him up, and Super should be dead. He pops the magic stick. Couldn't Ghost Shroud thanks to the global. And as a result, very clean kill. They had to commit a lot for it, so I'd like to see that IG finish by pushing a tower, but we'll see if they could.
Yeah, but Beastmaster's returning the favor. He's chunking this bottom tower. Doesn't even have the Vlads completed yet, but the Boar plus Max Inner Beast, they have to glyph this tier 2, and still no one's ready to defend it. Meanwhile, mid is also getting pushed by the rest of LFY.
Okay. You know, I'm surprised that DP didn't use that exorcism.
Oh my
Had
God,
an
he's going
arcane
for
room.
some Mirana.
Q.
He's going.
Oh, on the mid lane, gonna be straight up dead. on the bottom. Looks like the kill did not happen. Now Sanking blinks in. Is Burrow Strike available? Arrow gonna get blocked. Great micro here from Inflame. Leaps forward. Arrow will hit there. Starstorm. No mana for Starstorm. Inflame now goes back for the kill. Is he gonna pop the medallion? Yes, he will. He's gonna get the kill. Yes. Great play by Inflame. Understanding he wasn't gonna live through it, but turned it around.
Not only did he get the kill, he got the kill before Mirana killed him, so he ends the streak, gets, mid lane exorcism.
Oh, great silence. The vision being granted. And now they're going to turn it around. They're going to get one kill. They have great for the second, and OP thought he was initiating. And Monet says, do you know who I am? I'm CK.
CK, who gets the extra Phantasm illusion. How lucky for him, because Bobica was just quietly minding his own business, got rifted in, got either double or triple critted, and just evaporated.
Yep.
DP thought she was safe with the Yules mainly, because as soon as she started siphoning up the CK and he went into Phantasm, she was like, well, obviously he's gonna go for me, so I'm just gonna Yules, but there's still a lot of sustained damage, and Necro was also coming in, so probably the first failed exorcism that we've seen so far.
Yeah. I mean, normally Yules put yourself up in the air, and in the duration of that 2.5 seconds, your ghosts do so much damage. But hold that thought here, as we're gonna see a big fight. Arrow not gonna commit here on Afu. Kick. That is gonna hit on 2. My goodness. And now, are they gonna get the kill? Oh, he's still alive. He's not gonna fly off the cliff. Everybody's safe. Nope. Maybe not on Inflame. Yeah, it looks like he is gonna be dead. But here comes Super. Global's gonna get used once again, so no grave on this one. And oh, they're gonna get Dazzle on the backline as well. Okay. +2s everywhere. Now up to 12.
He's getting smart. LFY, a little dumb. They've been getting away with a lot ever since Global was on cooldown, but Q is not concerned about, like, he'll use it whenever the time is fit, so even though initially it just looked like a Beastmaster kill, as soon as Death Prophet came back, it was just like, maybe we can save him. He has a Solar Crest, he's pretty tanky, and they slightly committed for it. Dazzle kind of got baited in, and
Yep.
Global immediately got popped and shut it all down.
I think what LFY needs to react to is that they need to rely more on items to save their heroes instead of spells. Because IG is already good enough of a team to make sure that your grave is not going to happen. They have so many silences. Global, of course, being the biggest one. So I'd like to see them going for items like Force Staff or Glimmer Cape, because I think that's going to be way more reliable.
Yeah, I agree. Which, so far, Dazzle does, since he doesn't have to go for the Solar Crest, since Beastmaster does, it looks like DDC agrees. He's queuing up a Force Staff of his own.
Gonna be a while though.
Still, the issue will be being silenced by Global though, but it's kind of unreasonable to go for a first item Lotus, and while Yules would be great, it's still kind of difficult for a Dazzle 5 position to build conveniently, as now it's Beastmaster getting smoke ganked. He's so tanky, but he's still gonna die.
Well, normally, when you have the Beastmaster Hawk, you should be able to kind of blank out a couple of those ganks, but that's not one of them. I feel like LFY, even though they have a slight goal lead, I feel they're just really behind. The only saving grace
They're
that
waiting.
they... Go ahead.
They're waiting for items. Right now, CK is working on his BKB. Necrophos, he has gone for this first item. Oh, and he's actually spotted out right now. As I say, he has his Veil, Moonlight Shadow, Blink Dagger. Pretty sure Necro's dead.
Tank silence on top, and everything. He almost survived through that, but almost is not it. He's working towards a hood next, and in that engagement, we saw why he needs the hood, and he does finish it.
Exactly.
In fact, I think
so they're waiting for these items specifically, yeah.
I think a full pipe would be pretty good here. I don't know if he wants to build it right now, but eventually he should finish it.
Yeah, I don't know when LFI are going to start pushing, because Beastmaster, he's built in such a way that he wants to push. He hasn't completed that Vlad. In fact, it's just going to stay as a headdress for now, as he's somehow thinking that maybe initiation is necessary, which I can understand. Nightstalker is pretty underfarmed, so he can't fly in aggressively to look for picks. And CK does not have the best initiation range, so someone needs to be able to jump on these Miranas and Death Prophets before they can get off their global silence.
Oh, they're gonna see Sanking farming on the mid lane, or maybe not. He's in the trees for now.
He has
The
a
thing
first
is-
stuff completed. XSS is really farmed.
I wonder, like, why people stop going for the Necrobook build. It's such a good kind of pick-off build. If you get off a roar, you get a kill. Gaze of Death is gonna leap away. There's no follow-up.
Yeah, you still see it every once in a while, but it's like with a specific push comp, like you've got like a Nature's Prophet on your team or something like that. If it's just Beastmaster himself, which no one else really pushes on LFY except for Beastmaster, I don't think Necrobook first item is worth it, because you saw how aggressively he was able to push even without his team. He's able to take this tier 2 down to a quarter HP with just a freaking headdress.
I would say CK is a pretty big pusher.
Is he?
Yeah. Phantasm.
Push the wave very yeah, I mean, sure, but that's an ultimate. I mean, Exorcism is also an ultimate, and it pushes way faster than Phantasm.
I guess it comes down to which point of the game we're looking at. I've seen CK melt Raxus on his own, but it's definitely not there just yet.
He's not going to be there for a while. He's going for this BKB after the armlet, and so it's necessary, even though CK doesn't necessarily care too much about being silenced. He's still going to get stunned by this Sand King and this Earth Spirit and this Mirana, so you need it for the crowd control purposes. And, you know, it takes up your hero and your illusions.
The one thing that I think is going to go really well for LFY is that their late game scales, to me, a little bit better than IG's. Particularly the matchup between the Chaos Knight against the DP. Like, the DP ghosts don't really do well against a ton of different targets. And that's what CK's bringing to the table. And he could burst a hero down so quickly that I think even Mirana and Death Prophet will have trouble surviving in the late game against him.
Ooh,
alright, Burrow Strike blinks back, the stuns, the chain stuns, the global. They want him dead. Another +2.
That's the first time that I've seen Q be kind of skittish with his global, but again, since it was Darkness O'Clock, they had basically no vision, and if Beastmaster's Hawk is somewhere around, then you can very quickly get turned around from what you think is just a Night Stalker pick, which it was just a lone Night Stalker trying to do some scouting, but I understand why he would go for the global there.
Just want to ask your opinion about the Silencer talent that he just selected. Goes for the 7 int instead of 4 armor against a predominantly physical damage team with Dazzle included. I think this is... Oh, I don't know what he's thinking there, but...
I'm thinking that he's like, well, if I get rifted in by CK, is a little extra armor really going to help me?
I'm telling you, the 7 in is not helping anything right now. What does that help?
He's
right
gonna... No, that's a good point, actually. Maybe he'll get Dragon Lance. Maybe he's thinking the same thing that you were saying. You're like, our late game is not as good as
Yo, 4 men.
What a...
Stun. No silence follow-up, but they don't need it. Walking it off. XSS just pussied out. He's like, oh, I'm gonna blink. Bubblecup's like, no. Hold my beer. Let me show you. I mean,
neither team wants to give up Roche right now, and both teams can take it. Exorcism's up for Radiant.
And this is where the Solar Crest though is really good. You can actually take down Roche very quickly. They are going to do it, but here comes IG. They do have pretty much everything except Global. Global down for 20 seconds. Arrow going to fly in. Afu's going to block it for the team. Here's a long kick. Burrow Strike's going to happen on the back line. They're going to go right here for Inflame, but they got the Grave. They will use it. And here comes the CKs. Mirana leaps away immediately. OP still standing the high ground. Are they going to go back in? BKB has already been committed. XSS jumps in, and now the BKB ends at the perfect moment for XSS. Arrow connects. No more Grave. They got a silence on top. That's 1 dead. Already +2. And now Super on the back line. He's getting focused. That's another +2. So far, so good for IG. Looks like they're going to commit here for the Roshan. On the back line, Afu's going to get caught out as well. Huge victory for IG. They're going to get 3 kills. They're going to get the Aegis on top as well. And this is a disastrous fight for LFY.
That was really good looting by IG. You saw that Night Stalker was in the river. He knew what was happening. There's no reason why IG wouldn't smoke to contest that. But IG didn't just plow down from their high ground. Instead, they came up from Dire's high ground. And then you're in a very difficult situation, as now Gaze of Death also picks off the Beastmaster in the top lane. You're in a difficult situation in a Roche defense then, because now you have 2 high grounds to worry about. You're in the river where do you go?
Yep.
Mirana got rifted in, she went back to the high ground. Death Prophet just poked her head down low for a second, she went to the high ground. And Sand King started channeling Epicenter from the high ground. It was very well executed by IG.
You know, I think the big difference is that I feel like IG's heroes are just a little bit more mobile, particularly from the core position. You got the Yules, the phase boots on the DP. Mirana obviously has Leap built in. And we saw how difficult it was for LFY to actually get lockdown and get kills. It's not like LFY are lacking lockdown. They got Beastmaster Roar, they got the Night Stalker slows and AoE and the stuns and stuff. They just can't really get the target that they want. And as a result, the BKB got waited out, and I think that was the 10-second BKB, right? Yeah.
It was. And Sand King knew his window perfectly, as you said. Immediately went in for that Epicenter Burrow Strike when it timed out, though he might need to be careful here.
Hero.
He backs out.
They're gonna ping out Super. Oh, and that's the perfect moment as the Radiant team wraps around, dodges the gank on the back line. The gank's gonna come a little bit late. The Global making sure the kill does happen. They're gonna try to chase down this Dazzle. No, they won't. But the big backstab coming in from the back line. CK Illusion. Well, should have took the armor. Meanwhile, we're gonna see the second kill. Going to XSS, that's a secondary kill. And now going for a little bit more. Gaze of Death leaping away. Keep in mind that he does have the Aegis. Oh my god, the deeps is so real. Monet now goes on OP. The kick is there! Sums everybody OP! Giving them the good suck! Getting all the HP back! He's still alive! OP is alive! Bubblegum is a god! The Grave's gonna keep him alive, but it doesn't matter. Dude, his kick and silence just kills all of the illusions.
How is he so good at this hero?
B-God, man.
Not fair.
Now that Burning's not here, he is the true B-God of IG. Looks for the last kill. Not gonna find it, but damn. What an Earth Spirit play.
I can't believe that Death Prophet lived. She even didn't, she was late on the Yules. As soon as the Rift came out, you need to trigger the Yules, like once you see the little animation. But she instead took a few hits. She took that minus armor and then took a hit. It gets purged off with the Yules afterwards, but you still took a lot of damage. But Bobuka comes in right when LFY... It felt like an axe taunt, the way that he stunned everyone. And then the old suckety suck came out and OP barely survived. I can't believe it.
Dude, it was an Axe Taunt that killed the illusions as well. Then CK was like, oh wait, my BKB's over.
TP on the shrine.
Uh-oh. CK cancels the TP, and that is going to be another kill. +2. Wow. The game was extremely even up to that point, and then you see a big spike up in terms of the net worth. Oh, actually, the previous fight was already the spike up, but this one extended it. And the crazy thing is that Mirana still keeps his Aegis, so they could still like look to get some tier 2s and stuff.
Mirana keeps Aegis. Global Silence is going to be up in 10 seconds. You don't have Exorcism though, so you may want to wait. But right now, it's very well-rounded net worth as well from IG because all of their team has been surviving except for Silencer. He died from that initial rift because he didn't take the armor.
Yeah.
Clearly, 4 armor would have made him survive. But
I mean, he might have tanked a
lane,
extra hit or two. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting out of this one.
Ooh, he didn't Ghost Shroud and then won, but I don't think it would have mattered. Okay. I mean... Okay. Can he get off?
Good sight.
Dude, the stuns are here, man. So many stuns. Oh, they're gonna go for more. Burrow Strike coming off cooldown 1. There's a Burrow. Pops a Sandstorm beforehand to make sure.
Arrow.
+2. 26 in.
26. Plus the 7
Pretty
intelligence
sure he
talent.
didn't need the 7, you know? I'm just gonna call that one
What are you talking about? Hey, do you see how smart this man is right now? He has literally no items, and he's probably dealing more damage than the CK. No, okay, he's not, but he's still he's doing good. The whole IG team is doing really good.
It's always the best sign when a DP could push your tower. Like they pushed the bottom tower without using or without needing exorcism, and they pushed the mid lane while having it. Didn't even need to pop it. So this is just to show you how far ahead that IG is. Inflame might get caught out here. Burrow Strike, that's gonna be on 2. Kick on 2. Global on 2. Silence on everybody. And now the BKB gets activated. Monet's on the retreat. Ooh, Armlet Toggle looking pretty good. The Shrine keeping them alive, but not enough here. Epicenter gets channel. Burrow Strike right back in. Ooh, the kick. Looks like that one missed. Force staff everywhere. It looks like it's gonna be a retreat for IG for now. Except OP's in there. OP might be in there for too much. He gets caught out. Oh, nice. Nice stun here. Reaper Scythe. Alright, OP kind of threw that fight a little bit. Going a little bit too deep.
And now Silencer's gonna also go down.
Wait. Don't cancel the TP. Oh, the defensive force staff.
God.
They're out. Oh my god. The plays.
Even when they botch a fight, it still looks good. Yeah. Oh, that was it's pretty overzealous. You've got a lot of armor when you're underneath your tier 4 towers. Dazzle gets what? Oh, so you get 3 armor. So it's not that much, but you still get bonus armor. So Exorcism is not doing as much damage. And they were healing underneath the shrine. You got the Beastmaster. Be happy that you got the Beastmaster. You don't need to go for the Necro also. You have Exorcism. Use it for
the building.
What it's exactly, and what it's made for, which is the buildings.
I really felt like one of those, hey, we are winning so hard. And then let's give him a little bit of Diverino. And that's generally how leads are thrown. But right now they're still holding on a very healthy 9k advantage. The thing is, they did lose the Aegis, so if LFY wins the next big fight and could claim the Roshan that's spawning relatively soon, then maybe then they have a chance in this game. I wouldn't count them out just yet. The late game power of a Reaper Scythe as well as Chaos Knight, we saw how much he was able to do when he's unchecked.
Shadows take us.
Yeah, and the problem is though that CK's duration of being unchecked is going to dwindle, as now his BKB is on 7 seconds. And for the most part, I think Silencer has not really cared about the BKB when it comes to global, as now the arrow does not get vision of the Beastmaster. So at success, oh my god, how?
But the Yule Scepter cancels the blink, and they're gonna get him dead. Wait. Are you kidding me?
No,
are you kidding? Oh, the last second, man. Alright.
Simple calculus.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, Monin goes back for a, like, 25-26 minute Echo Saber. You think that's still worth it at that point in the game? I mean, evidently he thinks so, but...
I think for the most part he's recognizing, like, as long as he gets a crit at some point, then the target is almost certainly dead. It doesn't matter who it is. And IG are not building armor. Well, actually, I say that,
is,
but now they are. Yeah, no, Sanking and Death Prophet are both going for Shivas. So, they are recovering. Because initially I was like, well, these are some great items that they're building, you know. Oh wait, no, Death Prophet has Solar Crest also. Okay, never mind. Forget what I just said. They are building armor, so actually I don't know about the Echo Saber.
I think it might be one of those things where he feels like they need to be at parity in terms of item and damage output. So he just want to get an item now that they can start winning fights with. Because if he wants to scale for bigger items, you know, hard AC, these are the things that he normally looks for. Thought about going for a Shadow Blade, now goes back for a Diffusal Blade. Interesting choices.
I didn't really like the Shadow Blade that much, but I think he wants to be able to purge off all these Yuleses.
Burrow Strike, that's gonna be onto 2. But here comes the CKs. Manta Sal's gonna get used. There's a global, but pop him back, and it's gonna be Gaze of Death. Dying himself. OP's gonna run away. All the CK's illusion. They are still on the chase. Can they get a little bit more silence on Bobo? Can they bring him back to Scythe? Oh my god. Where do he go? Blink Roar's gonna be there pushing XSS away. Epicenter's doing a lot of work, but not enough here. They're gonna look to get the Sanking. Sanking, can he blink back out? Yes, he can. Where did he go? He's on the left side. They have vision a little bit, but looks like he will be able to walk it off. Afu coming in fast.
Gem, but no.
Look at the CK. So big.
Yeah, Mirana did not respect that at all. She was just like, look at me, I've got Mjolnir's static shield. You think your illusions are cool? I'm just gonna kill your whole team. But that's... I don't think he hasn't gotten a lucky roll on Phantasm a single time. He's got the 5 or 4 illusions for that roll.
Uh-oh.
So now Sanking.
Well, I didn't know what he was expecting, but he blinked in and had no retreat path. I guess there was a Force Staff, but he just got promptly stunned. And without Sanking for 60 seconds, can LFY think about the high ground? No, they want to get the Roche. The Roche is not up yet. They don't feel confident enough for high ground, but they're going to backdoor a tier 1 and then probably get the Roche.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go for high ground. You know that Global's down, you know Exorcism's down, you know Sanking's dead for 40 seconds. So
well, they don't know that...
you can get a buyback out of them.
Well, if the Sand King buys back, your whole team might be stunned, right? So it might be dangerous.
I mean, they're getting items. Dazzle has the Force Staff completed. I guess they didn't have Darkness up and running, so maybe they were like, if it's daytime, then we shouldn't go for it, but if it's nighttime, then maybe we can get away with it.
Yeah, well, they also don't have Phantasm. Maybe that's the biggest reason why they don't feel confident that they could take a prolonged fight. But here's the thing, they also didn't get Aegis. So that team fight, as great as it was, is only for a tier 2 and a tier 1, and I think the Roshan is really the biggest prize here.
It's possible that they're leaving the Roshan, like, they think that they can win a fight at the pit. So they're willing to stall out Roche to make IG think that they can win a fight.
Use
They
that
need
as
to
a
go
bait?
fast.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if OP commits the Exorcism, which he won't have it for 10 more seconds, they could take it down actually really fast. Roshan's down to about half HP without the Exorcism. LFY needs to go right now. Here we
They've
go.
got time now.
Monades.
Exorcism.
Gonna lead the charge. Arrow's gonna miss, and now the AoE. Okay, they're gonna go right on Gaze of Death, and who did he grab? He didn't get the Mirana. Sankin comes in with a stun. Global's gonna come through. BKB gets worn out. Silence on top of everybody. Are they gonna go for Roshan? All of the illusions are dead. Monet's getting juked around here. Reaper Side's gonna come in on the back line. Doesn't actually seem to get the kill. XSS meanwhile dies to Monet on the background. Great. Grave coming in here, keeping the Necro alive, but I think they're gonna outlast him with a DP ultimate. Everybody on the side of LFY is dead. And it looks like Monet trying to struggle to pick off a couple of kills. He needs to arm the toggle this. Hard to do it with the dot on top of him.
Cursed.
Walk it off. Okay, still alive right now. The curse is over. Okay, oh my god, if he wins this fight, there's no way, right? No.
No, the int! He had the +7 damage plus his max glaives. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, okay. So what went wrong in that team fight?
Yeah, no, that should have gone a hell of a lot better for LFY, because, for one thing, the initiation was about as good as you could hope. LFY Beastmaster was successfully able to get Roar off the Mirana, which is probably the #1 target. Death Prophet may have been a little bit better, but Mirana is still great. And then CK had a follow-up Chaos Bolt. In Phantasm, he managed to dodge Bobika's silence and stun. But then he, I guess, didn't have vision inside the pit, so he was just matching Rift, and he sucked out the Sand King.
Yeah, he sucked out the Sand King instead of the Mirana, which I think was a big difference, right? Like, if you remove Mirana, suddenly IG lacks a ton of physical damage output. Right. So, I mean, CK, if you don't start the fight 5v4, I feel like he loses a lot of his luster as a hero.
Yeah, and like you said, all of his illusions got destroyed between all the magic damage, Mjolnir, lightning procs, and the static shield procs. The illusions went down quickly, and sometimes in that situation when you're a carry, you're like, okay, well, Roche is at, like, you know, at 10th HP, maybe I can finish it off. CK's not the best hero at doing that because your Phantasm illusions can't touch the Roche, so you have to let Roche go. And at that point, if you don't get the right target with your Rift, the rest of your team is not going to be able to follow up with all this lightning procs all over the place.
Do you think he might have actually right-clicked the Roshan with his illusions by accident? Because they died really fast.
I think they died, like, just
like
from Mirana.
Okay.
And I don't know if Epicenter was used that fight, but if it did, then Epicenter does do a lot of damage to illusions, so...
Sure. You know, looking at the Necros item build, I'm pretty sure he should have finished the pipe.
Yeah,
if
I
not
agree.
for his like other teammates, like just for the illusions, man.
Yeah, for CK illusion, because the barrier is flat. It reflects as much on heroes as it does on illusions.
Right, just flat 400.
Illusions are exactly, and so it's not like host reductions or anything like that, which illusions are more susceptible to magic damage than heroes. But yeah, he is kind of going for a hybrid because he finished off the hood, but now he also finished off a BKB. And it may be just for the global silence, but at this point I think you need different items to deal with the global silence, like a Lotus Orb. I think a Lotus Orb would be pretty nice.
Are there any Lotuses being worked on? No. Looks like we're gonna see a secondary hood coming out from the Night Stalker, but man. Maybe he's saying Night Stalker is gonna get the pipe, but by the time that he gets the pipe, it's gonna be too late.
I think so.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We're also getting to a point where Mirana is scaling pretty much out of control. He's going for a BKB, which I'm not sure whether I really agree with this item choice. He had a Lincoln Sphere queued up, which I like much better, because Lincoln Sphere pretty much blocks, well, the Reality Rift, right? That puts you in trouble. Hold that thought here, as we're going to see a big fight coming in.
That was a gem.
One-man Burrow Strike. Where's the CK illusions? He doesn't want to commit it just yet. There's a global coming back out, but Night Stalker's already dead, and now they're gonna get the dazzle as well. Are there gonna be any more chasing? XSS moving forward, blinks up, looks for a burrow strike. Might actually hit it at max range. He has a force staff as well, but Inflame should be able
He
to blink
doesn't
out.
know how LFY are staggered. If they're all behind the CK, then it's a little bit dangerous. Yeah, I'm surprised that CK didn't go for the Phantasm there. I'm not 100% sure if they could have won the fight, but going for your BKB and not going for your Phantasm it's split decision making. It's not consistent what you want to do.
Oh, Gaze of Death. Now hitting on the building a little bit. Down to about half HP. Can they siphon? Not gonna go for him. He's gotta stay, yeah. In fact, he wants to get siphoned. Nice defensive force staff. And now they're gonna grab him. Whoa, he's dying right under the building. This could be something here. Supports are coming back up. Here comes, oh, the silence on top, and now there's no reality rift. They got the roar of him, and now Gaze of Death's gonna get Reaper. No, he dies so fast. Okay, now time to pick off a couple more heroes. Kick, not gonna hit, but now the fly does end. Rolling back out, Boboka's out of there. DDC confused in terms of what he should go for. But that was a big victory here, if you ask me. They only lost the Aegis, and everybody retreats safely.
Yeah, but now they need to be able to do something with this. Mirana does not have a buyback, and she's not even close to a buyback.
But the Phantasms are running out, though.
I don't think you need them, because also the other two ultimates are down, Exorcism and Global, and so with those down, I would feel that you should be confident at least going for some pressure, but I don't know. At what point will LFY get a window to properly siege Radiant High Ground? Because they don't have very much map control even though they have a Beastmaster. Every single time there's going to be a fight, it's going to be on the dire half of the map, which means that by the time you mosey on down to the Radiant side of the map, your Phantasm illusions are probably going to time out.
I think if they had caster vision and they knew that Mirana doesn't have buyback for 45 seconds, they would have 100% went for it. But
That may be true.
they don't, so I guess they're really afraid.
Also, it's a damn shame that they didn't get that scythe off.
Yeah.
I think she was BKB the entire time, but like, yeah, it's
applying that-
If they had that increased respawn time, they may have gone for it as well.
Right. So I think I was talking about Mirana's decision to go BKB versus Linken's. If you're just trying to survive CK, I think the Linken's gonna do more because at level 25, Monet could select the Reality Rift Pierces BKB essentially, and that just straight cleanly goes through your BKB and kills you no matter what.
Yeah, and as we saw during that post-Aegis recovery, Beastmaster Roar also goes through BKB, so
Right.
even though he had the BKB for his second life, it didn't matter because he was still stuck underneath the tower for a good 4 seconds.
Yeah. Linken's also much better, but looks like he's gonna go for the standard Linken's and then back in, or BKB and then back into Linken's, and then have no
Outside
damage.
of Force Staff, it doesn't seem like anyone is interested in going for defensive items. Like, Boboka went for a Blink Dagger after his Force Staff, which is, it's an aggressive Earth Spirit build. There are lots of items that you can go on Earth Spirit if your team needs defensive items, but Boboka went for an aggressive item, and now he had Aghanim Scepter queued up, and I was like, well, he's kind of railroaded into that. If he has the Blink Dagger, might as well go for Ag.
If this Hawk just goes a little bit south... Oh, they see the Sandstorm now, right? He blinks away. He's fine. Arrow flies in.
See, IG are never going to take a fight on their half of the map. They're going to keep going down here.
This is a
I'm
very...
actually surprised that they're...
Yo, they're just running in right now. Okay, OP commits to Exorcism. I think Dire could just kite out this Exorcism.
They have this Radiant Ward, and they're like almost acting as if it doesn't exist because they walk up the mid lane and they're like, whoa, gee, I wonder where Dire is.
Oh, they're gonna commit and take the tier 3? Is that what they really wanted? Just the tier 3? Just
I
start
guess so. I
opening up
think
the
it is
shrine?
what they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Roche is going to be potentially up in 1 minute. And as we've seen time and time again, these Roche fights are IG's bread and butter for
Arrow
6
flying
seconds.
in, not gonna hit everybody or anybody. XSS gonna get roared on the back line here. He's gonna get silenced. Reaper side kill. Roche respawn time, not anytime soon, but that's 100 second without Sand King. And now I think
And he lost the gem.
he lost a gem, and they didn't commit the ultimate on CK. So I think this is the time where you go try to push. Now CK does have, or sorry, Sand King does have a buyback, but you can force it out.
Well, let's see. Right now they're gearing up towards this top lane. Do you think that's the real Mirana? Yeah, going for tier 2. They can keep a Hawk on the pit in the meantime, which they are not doing for some reason. Not even keeping a boar in the pit. Oh, it's a late respawn Roche, so that works in IG's favor for sure.
Well, still 60 seconds. I think the Sand King buyback probably needs to get committed.
I think they should wait for Roche.
Okay, no buyback just yet. Rod of Atos keeping Monet in check. Nice defensive force stat. Down to about half HP instantly though.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a heart or anything yet, so he's just gonna need to take up a lot of Dazzle's time, or they'll just back off.
They're just gonna walk it off. I'm agreeing with you. I feel like LFY are being a little bit too reserved.
Yeah. Because what they're waiting for is very unlikely to happen, and it's a game-losing decision to wait for like a 1% play when, yeah, I mean, like they've been down in net worth practically the entire game. And so, if things haven't been going their way, you need to start stepping outside of your comfort zone a little bit. But they keep going back over again, and it's getting better every once in a while. It gets worse every once in a while. They lost their tier 3. They lost the top shrine. And they still are not keeping vision on Roche for some reason. I don't know why.
You have a Beastmaster.
Bot lane.
He's the best hero for that. Right now, these Hawks, I think, are keeping himself safe. But, oh. I don't know about that Night Stalker taking an Illusion Rune. As a CK player, the Illusion Rune should always go to a CK. Like,
that's true.
But it's all good. Alright. The Illusion, though, is going to keep track of Roshan. So, I think what LFY is thinking is that, yeah, they're a little bit behind, but not so behind where they can't win a fight at Roshan and get Aegis and Cheese. And I think that's what they're playing for.
I suppose, but once you lost that shrine, you lose a lot of control regarding how quickly you can react to Roche and how much sustain you have around Roche. Oh, as they see
Inflame?
a rooted Beastmaster. Whoa, Bobica. A rare hesitation.
I mean, those...
Or maybe he's just actually bringing Beastmaster out of position.
How is Inflame dying here? These illusions had gem. Or unless illusion don't give gem vision anymore.
It doesn't give gem vision anymore.
But that illusion got Burrow Strike, right? Well, anyways, the fight's gonna break out. Reaper Sight's gonna come out. It's not gonna do anything. Global is gonna get used as well. XSS still alive. Still alive. A little bit longer. Trying to get the kill. It looks like he's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, though, CK losing a lot of his HP very rapidly. Okay, there's a roar coming in, but I don't think they're actually going to kill him in time. Oh, the ghost doing so much work. He's still alive here, so Arbital go through that one. The kick coming in onto 2. The silence going to be follow up. Fu trying to get a little bit of HP back thanks to his magic wand, but he's going to get chased down by OP. Oh, feels bad, man.
Yep.
Plus
Roche
2.
is up now. Exorcism's going to time out, but it doesn't matter. At this point, Mirana does plenty of physical damage herself. And Sand King survived.
Yep. They threw the Reaper Scythe.
He was on the run. Yeah, well, the Reaper Scythe was more to just keep him still.
Right.
But then LFY were like, well, who do we go for? I don't want to go for Sand King. He's not the person dealing any damage to me. It's this Death Prophet with her Exorcism. And all the illusions just got clipped down by... between the Mirana and the Exorcism, these illusions do not last very long.
It's kind of insane to see how Death Prophet is still so extremely relevant in the late game against a CK, right? So now she's on top of him. No,
she does have 32 armor, which is pretty beefy, and 2.6k HP. Yeah,
600.
She can take quite a bit of abuse.
600 extra HP. The 25 talent.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Which was totally the right call.
Well, that is 1 lane of Rax. Perhaps 2. Oh my god, look at this attack speed.
Dude, these creeps... What? Dude, I thought I was, like, watching the game on, like, 2x speed or something like that, because these creeps were going crazy in the mid lane.
Okay. Manta style dodging the Chaos Bolt. Nicely done. Reality Rift back. Okay, the damage is pretty real, though. Alright. Get him back. Okay, they only lost a full lane of Rax, but I think the bigger thing is the fact that there was at least 2,000 to 3,000 net worth gold in exchange, and there's Aegis and Cheese on the Radiant side, so IG's gonna go back shop a little bit.
Beastmaster diebacked as well, because he did get picked off initially, and then he bought back, and that's how he got back into the fight. smoke up.
All right, this
The
is
classic.
a desperate attempt, but there's a big creep wave pushing in. This is gonna
Yes,
give
there
away
is.
the smoke. All right, Super is gonna defend that one, but
Dire
you know,
are
they
scanning.
really can't.
Yeah, and it's smart by IG not to stick around. They know that there's not anything else to gain, and they have got plenty of time left on this Aegis as well. So it's not like they're under constraint where they're like, oh, we took the mid racks, we gotta go for top immediately. No, they got all the time in the world right now.
All right, double damage. Gaze of Death is gonna take it,
Shadow. Take
and they know this ward. It's been giving vision for all of the ganks. Oh, CK pops a BKB, trying to man fight this. Mirana leaps out, now focuses on the backline. Super pops a BKB. Reaper Snipe can they actually get the kill? Yes, they do. They got the DP. Keep in mind that he has the cheese, not the Aegis. And now CK dropping very low. Looks like he should be going down. Where's the Dazzle? Not in this fight, apparently. Afu trying to run away, and the kick's gonna be there. Boboka finishes the job. On the left side here, Super going for the kill. The Grave now on Super. Yule Scepter picks him up, and he is gonna be dead as well. Mirana fully online this point.
middle tower.
DDC?
Oh, what a kick! Bobaca's gonna get away!
Oh, didn't see the fight there, but Inflame looking to
You
pour
can
it out.
see the end. If
Burrow
they
strike.
manage to get it.
And DDC's
Yeah,
like, well,
Bobaca was like,
let me shove out this wave.
he was like one right click away from dying,
Oh.
and he booted Beastmaster away, and they GG out.
Good choice. Nobody had buyback.
Yeah.
That is it.
It was a good game though. That was anytime I get to see Bobaca do work, it's always a pleasure. And for a rare occasion.